Tigla? No, but...
Yes, this is...
Good morning internet, it is about 8 o'clock in the morning and welcome back to the channel. Welcome here in Nouadhibou. Just loading up Alaska now. It's definitely starting to get light earlier because now around 7 there was already first light, or maybe even before. Okay, let's see if the guy comes to open the gate. Shukran! So today it's gonna be, well, I really don't know how today is gonna look like, to be honest. My plan is to ride to Choum, and Choum lies in the east from here, pretty much straight east. And to get there, I'm going to follow the train tracks from the famous iron ore train that runs from 700 kilometers into the Sahara desert all the way to here, to Nouadhibou. There is this train track which goes pretty much straight through the desert. There is no road, but you can ride next to the train tracks. The only thing that I've heard is that it's really sandy, and there's also some sand dunes. I don't believe they're huge sand dunes, but sand dunes nevertheless. I need to still fill up on fuel, that I need to do. And well, my plan is to quickly hop next to, back to the border, which is 9 kilometers to the border and then 9 back, to change some more money, like I said in the last video. That's the plan. It's like the cars that ride around here, it is unbelievable that they managed to. I mean, this guy's exhaust, it's hanging by a little rope. No, you probably can't see that. It's like there's a little rope hanging from the trunk, holding up the exhaust. Reminds me of my little fork seal situation in Alaska. But yeah, most of the cars here, it's just pretty incredible that they somehow are still riding. And almost all of them are Mercedeses. I mean, look at this. Total. Petrol, that's what I need. Let's fill up here. Not sure if they have petrol. Salam. This one? Hi. This one? Complete? And ici aussi? Is there, there, and there. Perfect. Too much. Oh, so messy, these bags. That's why I don't like them. It's got overfilled and now it's a big mess already. Yeah. Okay. Well, the good thing is that first that stretch back towards the border and until the beginning of the sand track that is paved. So I'm already burning some of the fuel before I start with the sand. So then I can transfer some of my fuel back into the tank so it's not so top heavy. I don't have all that fuel on top. Okay. Fuel, water, food, check. Check out this car then. The entire light's gone. A lot of the traffic lights also, they're either not working or the red light doesn't really mean anything. You just keep going. Here's the checkpoint again, but now I am prepared. Now I made my own fish. Salam. Bonjour. Ça va bien, merci, et vous?
À vous de même. Merci. Vous êtes touriste?
Toerist. Hollandaise. Hollandaise.
Donc un très bon voyage.
Merci.
Bonne chance.
Merci, monsieur.
Ok.
Merci.
On vous souhaite
Au revoir. Ah, that's a lot faster than last time. Oh, I'm glad I made the effort to get those papers printed. Now it's an absolute breeze. Bonjour.
bonjour. Allez.
Ok, merci. There it is, the iron ore train. That's so cool, I see it now already. So the train is about 2.5 kilometers long with 200 wagons. And right now it's just chock full of iron ore. I can actually see the heaps of iron ore sticking out. Those are the tracks I'll be following all the way through the desert. It takes about 18 hours to go from where they mine the iron ore all the way here to Nouadhibou. Alright, I'm back at the border. Let's find a money changer, though usually they'll just find me. There they are. You change dollar?
Dollar.
Dollar.
Comment? $50.
Dollar.
$50, c'est 400 dirhams. 400 dirhams pour $50. 400 dirhams. 400 dirhams.
And I want Mauritania.
No dirham, dirham.
No dirham.
The Morocco.
Mauritania.
Mauritania.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm only here and I go back Mauritania.
No problem.
$1.34,75.
15 000 guillemets. 15 000 guillemets. C'est cher, mon ami. On peut gagner un peu pour le faire travailler seulement, c'est business. C'est 15 000 guillemets.
Dus 50, 15 gedeeld door.
Yes.
Nou, wat doe ik nou verkeerd? 1500 gedeeld door 50. $1?
Yes.
Ja? Okay. But I have dollar.
So $600.
Dollar.
$600.
Okay.
Créé en 2017 Mizo, Mauritania or dirham?
No dirham.
No Mauritania.
Mauritania.
Yes. Comment ça?
No, I go Mauritania.
Pas 350.
Okay.
Andiana mo dollar no boy. Ahmad. Hade ta ko mi 2000 do mo do hade ya hanyana. Ya manam bu fofu tafta.
They are real.
Aziz no problem.
They're real.
Aziz no problem. Dollar no problem.
No. Okay.
Merci beaucoup. No, thank you.
This whole money situation I find a bit confusing in Mauritania because I believe recently they removed 1 0 because inflation is bad. So instead of counting with millions and thousands and everything, they removed 1 0 on the notes. But when people are talking about money, they still use the extra 0. So it's super confusing. So they'll say like, you have to pay 7,000, but in reality you only have to pay 700. It's really confusing. So now also here they were quoting me, for example, for 50 euros I got 21, they said 21,000, but it's only 2,100. Very confusing. The rates at the border are not so good, because I changed in Nouadhibou, I also changed some euros, and the rates that they gave me there were much better. But I already knew that, but I didn't want to change dollars in Nouadhibou. So I thought, okay, then I suppose I have to go back here. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna stop to at least transfer some of my fuel already in my rear tank to just reduce the weight on top a little bit. And I'm also gonna lower my tire pressure because that's still full. There's people here on this train. Ah, I think I should be on the other side or not. Salam! Ça va? Tchoum! Tchoum!
شو؟ attention. Sénégal, c'est Turquie, c'est frontière Maroc-Mauritanie. Sahara. Pour le
On this side. Okay.
Ok.
Shukran.
Attention.
Here?
Ja,
Better there. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Ah yeah, here's the truck. Yeah, it's time to lower my tire pressure. Let's see now, because I've heard that there's a lot of fish on this route. And fish, well, it's a little bit like this, but even worse. Really, really fine silt, which is an absolute nightmare for motorbikes. Now you won't be able to see this on the footage, but it is really, really soft, this stuff. It probably looks the same like the stuff I was riding through towards Dakhla, but it's not. That was much more compacted. This is really a lot trickier. I'm not really sure which tire tracks to follow. There's some tire tracks really close to the train tracks, and there's some going through here. I don't know what's better. going to be a really interesting ride because the track that I have on my GPS is actually really close to the train track, but I think this is probably better to follow because I can see here there's vehicles passing through, and you catch some of like this harder stuff, the rocky stuff. Just have to be careful with my tire pressure now, but I'm not really going fast anyway, so hopefully it should be fine. So the green line on my navigation, that's the train track which runs over there. But as long as I can find like proper tracks on this type of stuff, of course I'm gonna stay here. Also really close to the train tracks there's a lot of like debris laying around, which can easily give you a puncture, like metal stuff, and I don't know what else is laying around there. So it's better to stay a little bit away from the train tracks anyway. Look, the train! Let's go and say hi. Here comes the iron ore train. See if they give me a little honk. Here they go. Look at all that iron ore. 700 kilometers through the Sahara. It's pretty insane, right? Let's ride a little bit with the train. How fast is it going? Can it keep up? 40, 50. About 50 kilometers an hour it's going. I can easily keep up. But I'm gonna follow my own tire track back to the track. Train. Gonna ride a little bit away from the train tracks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try and stay the night here because it's 3:30, I think. So to continue, it's gonna be a really long day. So I'm hoping maybe I can stay the night here. Salam! Ouf. Salam!
Ça va?
Ça va bien? Et vous?
Oui, Inch'Allah, alhamdoulilah.
In auberge?
Auberge. In de taal van auberge.
Dus tjoem? Auberge?
Nishat, si, 50.
Huh? Tigla?
Yes.
No, but
Yes, this is
here tjoem.
Shum.
Et auberge? Here. Oh.
Yes, this is Trinidad. Yes.
No, but this Morocco.
No. This is Morocco. Morocco is Trinidad.
But auberge?
Over Trinidad. Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So they say no, cannot stay here. Just wondering if I can get some water. I just always try to keep water with me in case, I don't know, something happens in the desert. Salam alaikum. Okay. Un ou deux. Ah. Ah ja, deux. Et petite.
Weet je nog van iets? Madame?
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise?
Ja.
Les Pays-Bas?
Pays-Bas.
Ah bon?
Oui.
Non. Attends. Ça va. C'est ça.
This one? Okay. Shukran. Alright. I'll just continue on then. At least I have full water again on my back as well. Okay, I have a serious problem. I had to climb this little dune. I just made a big wobble and I came down. The problem is, Alaska won't start. You can hear the fuel pump, but then nothing.